Hi everyone, it's Claire back again for another Clare Compares. I think this is number 8 now, yeah. And two reasons I wanted to do this one. One, because I wanted to do more fall appropriate colours, so and wintry kind of colours or autumn colours. So we're going to have a look at some rose golds. We're going to have a look at a couple of cobalt blues, and we're going to have a look at a couple of royal purple metallics. So that's our comparisons today, and the other reason is because I only just, like, in the last couple of days discovered that I could do, like, zooming in. So yeah, like, you know, the oh, the technology. But yeah, so we're going to see how that goes today. But let's start with the rose golds. So I've got 3 to show you here. Now I remember when I got this one, it's Supernova Sinful colours, and I remember getting this in my haul, and Polish Pony saying to me, "Oh, it's a dupe for Rage," and it does look very similar in the bottle. I believe the Orly Rage has just got a few more scattered gold glitters in it than Supernova, but let's have a look. So this is the ironic Rage that had my dog, like, a bout of rage and used it as a chew toy. Yeah, we all know that story now. Okay, so this is the beautiful rose gold Rage. And I'm so glad I got this. I picked this up last year, and it was one of those polishes that you get like a neutral. If you feel like a neutral, you can wear this as a neutral, but it just gives you that extra little bit of a lift, and there's just something really amazing about this shade. So let's have a look at the Sinful Supernova. It is very similar. So we're going to need a couple of coats anyway because of the clear swatch wheel, and I've literally just realised that I'm not even using the new zoom facility that I've discovered, so let's try that again. So that's Rage and that's Supernova, and just for good measure I'm going to add the Kure Bazaar Or Rose. So this was one of the first nail polishes that I got, actually, back in the early days, which for me was a couple of years ago. Getting really sort of into nail polish. I mean, I always had sort of a few bottles of Revlon, but getting really into it was a couple of years ago. If you've not watched our first collaboration video, there's some good taking a trip down memory lane stories, so check that video out. This is clearly more of a, it's got more of a, slightly more of a yellow gold to it. Let's just bring that out a little bit again. So if you can compare that to, yeah, you can see this is a little bit more of a yellow gold, but it still has that rose gold element to it, I think. Yeah, and the name, Or Rose. So we'll come back to those 3. Let me make sure I don't get them mixed up. So it was Rage first, yeah, okay. And now we're going to have a look at the cobalt blues, and I honestly thought I had more cobalt blues in my collection, but I had a bit of a good sort of look through it the other day, and I could only find these 2, so I thought, okay, well, let's compare them to each other, because this is an expensive brand, Yves Saint Laurent versus Sinful colours. So the Sinful colours is Endless Blue. Let's try this one first. I do love these light, bright blues, but I was surprised that I only seem to have the two. I'm sure I've got some more somewhere, but oops. I think this is going to be a shade paler. This is Blue Majorelle, and yeah, it always seems a bit disappointing on the first coat, but it's one of those polishes that second coat is just kind of absolute perfection. It's one of my favourite polishes, this one, and looks like a brand new bottle. I wish it was. I'm actually probably down to about there. So we will come back to that one on the second coat, and let's have a look at these royal purples. So the first one is, and I've heard a couple of people mention this week actually, I think, in one of the collaboration videos. I think Sexy Divide was somebody's first Essie, and also I saw somebody on Instagram, I think it was Berry Nail Corner, was wearing this week. So I thought, okay, let's just see if there's any comparisons. So that's Essie Sexy Divide, and it's versus Butter London, Her Royal Highness, or His Royal Highness. So let's have a look at Sexy Divide first. Both of these polishes are really pretty, but personally I prefer the Essie, just because it's got a slightly better formula and it's cheaper. Believe it or not, yeah, Butter London's very expensive. So this is HRH. Hoping that you can still get the focus with the zoom in. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm left-handed, so yeah, I might have covered the nail swatch there when I was painting. Cack-handed, as my mum used to say. So that's definitely not as deep and dark as Sexy Divide, but again we'll come back and do a second coat. I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, so I'll just paint these and then we'll come back and have a closer look. That's Rage. Which seems to be, yeah, I think there's a very slight variation in the metallic actually in all three of them. It feels to me like Rage is more the true rose gold. Supernova is more of a silver gold, and Or Rose is more of a yellowy gold, or just a brighter, just a brighter gold. Okay, so that's those three, and then we have Endless Blue, which on the first coat does look like it's a nicer, brighter blue and a better formula. I do like Sinful colours. It's a brand that I know I'm going to be collecting slowly but surely. For UK girls out there wondering where you can get Sinful colours from, have a look on vitamingrocer.co.uk, and they ship from the US. Reasonable price as well, like £2-3. Those two cobalt blues seem to deepen up and get a little bit more, well, more similar on that second coat. I've got a feeling that Sexy Divide is going to be a lot darker than the Butter London. Ah, but this is one of those polishes that deepens up quite a bit actually on the second coat. Interesting. Okay. So let me do this the old-fashioned way and bring you up closer here. So let's take this lamp off. Yeah, they're all really pretty rose golds. But I think, yeah, this is the more, Rage is the more true rose gold. Supernova has got a little bit more silver, and that's Ore Rose, which is much more of a kind of bronzier gold. So yeah, all very different. Well, not very different, but different from each other. That's amazing, actually. This has always been one of my favourite polishes, but just looking at the Endless Blue, it's brighter, it's got a better formula. So again, those two cobalts are similar, but Endless Blue wins that one, I think. And yeah, that's interesting. This one is the Butter London. It got deeper on that second coat, but just not as deep and dark as Sexy Divide. So close, but no cigar. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.